Yo guys, it's me Matrix here, coach of the not Welsh Waylords this time, but the Welsh Raylords. Yes, uh, we'll get into that actually. We are back at it again with a new season of a new league, hosted by the Game Room, owned by Pat and the Fellow Mod team. Uh, we're joining them for a new season of what is a new format that they've got called Gruesome Rocket, which essentially is a kind of unique spin on Draft League, as the Game Room has become quite known for recently in the VGC community, VGC draft community. Um, so, interesting draft. We drafted 10 Mons, but from a shared tier list. So, like, the tier list wasn't a tier list, it's just Pokemon you can pick from. You pick 10 Mons, and but in a like a form like submission style. I'm not the best one to explain how this works, honestly, and I didn't think about how I was going to explain this. But it's like you do a form submission and you pick a Pokemon. If it's contested with someone else's pick, then it's just instantly banned. And you go through 10 rounds of this, all drafting at the same time. And yeah, it was pretty chaotic. We got a really interesting team. A lot of my Mons got contested, and thus subsequently banned. But I put an interesting spin on it for myself because of it's known as the Gruesome Rocket League. I decided to draft purely Pokemon that I deem to be viable within the format, as well as being like Rocket-like. And it's Rocket-like Pokemon aren't great. They're just not good like Team Rocket Pokemon. However, drafting a plethora of only Psychic, Dark, Bug, Ghost, and Poison types. That is it. And we've actually managed to draft two of each type. Really cool. As you can see here, two of the Psychic types I picked up was Latios and Metagross. I've also got Mimikyu, Volcarona, Scrafty, and Venusaur, as you can see. But I've also got other Mons on the team, which you can't see. The other four being Iron Jugulus, my other bug is Cleavor, my other ghost is Spectria, and my other poison type is Tentacruel. Um, Very interesting team. What's another unique spin on this is that after every match you play, you basically, depending on whether you win or lose, something happens. If you win your match, you get to steal a Pokemon from the opposing Pokemon's team that isn't already protected. Um, and in doing so, you then add it to your team and release one of your mons to the free agency box. Then the person who loses will pick a new Pokemon from the free agency box, which is basically all the undrafted Pokemon, and add that to their team. It's just a bit like swapping around and eliminate, from like you eliminate a Pokemon from someone's team and you take it. It's all to like go under the theme of Team Rocket stealing Pokemon, which is cool. It's a cool concept. I thought it looked kind of fun. I thought with my weird draft that I implemented, the restriction on myself, that could also be pretty fun. So yeah, our first week is up against Ronansting, if he actually shows up, if he appears. Haven't heard from him for a bit. We are up against quite a Trick Room heavy team. He's got like, if I can recall the team, let's have a look what he's got. You can tell I've done a lot of prep. He's got Porygon 2 for definite. He's also got Conkeldurr, which is his protected mon for the week. I should probably mention that before I go into his team. The protected mon is basically, if you lose, you also add a protected mon to be... you add a protected mon to your... Oh, sorry, I just had a complete brain fart because I was just reading a message. Your protected mon at the start of the season is a mon that you can terror, but also your opponent can't steal from you. It's a way to like stop teams from taking the most important pieces from you. Every time you lose, you add a mon to your team that's protected. So like you add a protection status to a mon on your team that hasn't been stolen, and that can also be used to terror in subsequent matches. I know at the halfway point of the season, if you automatically get a second protected mon if you haven't already got one, but that's very unlikely for a lot of teams. So yeah, that's what a protected mon is. So my opponent has got Porygon 2, Clefable, Gyarados, Protected Conkeldurr, which can Terra, Hydrapple, Weavile, Cinderace, Mudsdale, Electabuzz, and Registeel. He's got a very Trick Room orientated team, and the ones that are outside of Trick Room are very supportive of his team, like Gyarados being an Intimidator, decently bulky offensive threat, Weavile being a fast fake out user with dark type capabilities and like high damage pressures with like ice type moves. Cinderace is it's a fairly offensive fire type. To be fair, it's got a lot it can do with its Libero ability, and then obviously Electabuzz being a very fast supporting Follow Me user. He's got two Follow Me users. He's got Porygon 2 as an insane Trick Room setter, so it's very difficult, and he's got very bulky, beefy setup mons in Mudsdale, Registeel, and Conkeldurr with its insane Guts ability and Drain Punch recovery. So we're kind of just giving it a go. We're giving it a go with a really weird team. We're going for Terra Fairy on the Volcarona. It gives us a few crucial resists across the board, as well as giving us like some really good damage output with like Fire and Fairy hitting majority of this team. So yeah, we've got the Fiery Dancer boost up its special offense, and then Heat Wave to hit round the redirections and stuff. We got Mimikyu with the very bulky sets, Play Rough, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Trick Room. A lot of my team is leaning more on the physical side of in terms of defensive EVs. They are designed to like take a lot of hits or like hard hitting hits to at least survive the majority of them. Because it seems very physically offensive, not overly specially offensive. Clefable being one of the few that is actually decent special attackers, so we're kind of leaning into that side of things, which is again, he's also got like a lot of iron defense body press type mons, which is why you see like Venusaur's running Leech Seed. We've got Taunt on the Mimikyu with a Will-O-Wisp, we've got Reflect, Latios, we've got our own iron defense Metagross with body press, Heavy Slam, and Psychic Fans. Heavy Slam hits the Clefable, Psychic Fans hits a lot of the steel resists. I don't really have a lot of room for protects. Kind of the nature of a team like this, I think, is when you don't really have that type diversity, you kind of need to be able to hit lots of different things. So that's what ends up happening. And like I need a lot of like weird status moves here and there. We're going for a bulk up Scrafty. It's just I didn't really EV it for the Agwav Berry. It probably could have been Roselli Berry to better take hits from the Clefable because I can't take a Moonblast. But we do have the Poison Jab to hit the Clefable just in case. I mean, we do have the Fire type with the Rage Powder, so that is possible. We got Thunder Punch on the Scrafty to hit the Gyarados. We got Intimidate Pressure with Scrafty as well, which is really nice. The Latios is actually pretty fun with his Luster Purge, lowering special defense, ready for the Venusaur and Volcarona to do a little bit more damage. Breaking Swipe to just keep mitigating their offensive pressures from the physical side. They can only really run Clear Amulet on one mon, and I don't really know if they're going to run Covert Cloak. They might do. And then we've got Simple Beam, which is pretty fun. That's really good for like the Metagross being able to set up Iron Defense to be +4. It's also good for the Scrafty to get like a +2 bulk up all round. But it's also really good for like changing out the Conkeldurr's ability from to be Guts to be Simple, which, yeah, if they go for a setup set, not brilliant, but like removing that Guts and having it burned is pretty good as well, and unfortunately Latios doesn't get skill swap. So yeah, we're doing some really cool different things. As you can see, we're running a lot of recovery based with like Black Sludge leftovers and the 2 berries. We've got the Rage Powdering Rocky Helmet with a Flame Body for the Volcarona, which is pretty nice. And yeah, we're just going to give it a go, see what happens, and have some fun with it. This season is about testing new Pokemon, playing with different mons, and just having a bit of fun. If I manage to steal any Pokemon, if I manage to get any wins, I'm not limiting myself to only stealing the Pokemon within my restriction, because I'm trying to embody the fact that, well, if it, you know, as a Team Rocket member or Team Rocket type player, I'm trying to steal any and all Pokemon, the most powerful Pokemon I can. So Sadly, that is at the expense of one of my own Pokemon, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, hopefully this bulky team does something, and we'll see you guys in the match. Alright, so we're matched up. He is Terra Normal on Conkeldurr. Kind of expected, kind of expected. Let's do what we can. So he's definitely going for the Terra Normal Facade. I have done some calcs for the Terra Normal Facade though, so that's alright. Oh, thank God no Registeel. I'm kind of tempted to lead Volk plus Metagross then, and not worry as much about the Volk. Mimikyu in the back for sure. And I kind of need something for that Conkeldurr. Like the Scrafty could be pretty good in the back based on this team. If I can deal with the Clefable. So yeah, we'll do that. I almost wanted a hard read and go Terra Fighting on the Volcarona, but that's hard. That's a hard read to make. Alright, I'm definitely recording. Yeah. Gyarados and P2 is interesting. Okay, Flame Body. Kind of annoying, but makes sense, makes sense. I so wanted to run Thunder Punch on this thing. I didn't. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just swap in Scrafty on the Volcarona side. I'll just go through an Iron Defense. Play here. Yeah, get into it off, which is nice. Oh, I'm faster than the Gyarados? Oh, this is unless it's Dragon Tail. No, I'm faster. Jesus. Did not expect that. Okay, so here we just Thunder Punch the Gyarados. And Iron Defense, gross again. So as long as this Gyarados isn't going for a Protect here, it's not. This is slow, damn. This should get the kill. Yeah. Let's go, Scrafty! We want you to stay around, Scraft. We'll go Mimikyu here to take that close combat. Oh, Fire Blast. That's an interesting move from the Clefable there. The Heavy Slam does get the KO. That would have been some good damage, to be fair. There's the burn. Can only trace Disguise now, so don't have to worry about Flame Body. It's Clear Body even. Don't have to worry about Flame Body. I think in this scenario we reverse the Trick Room And we go for the body press to get the kill on the Porygon 2, I think. Oh, there goes my leftovers. That's a shame. Good damage, good damage. Goodbye, P2. We reverse the Trick Room. We go for a Play Rough into a Body Press, just in case he Terra Normals. Mach Punch, I should survive. Yep. Good game one. The Gyarados is a surprise to be so slow. Yeah. Okay. I think Weavile comes this time. But like, the problem is with the Weavile is that Volcarona does threaten it if I lead it. The Latios is cool, but like, doesn't do anything against the Clef, which is what I'm a little bit worried about. Maybe it's okay. I don't think he brings the Gyarados this time, because he didn't do anything. I think he brings Weavile on lead, and maybe even Clefable or something to deal with the Metagross quicker. If I had to hazard a guess. I have a feeling that Clefable is Magic Guard. With Life Orb, with it being Fire Blast. Yeah, okay, Cinderace makes sense as well. Oh no, he missed. He missed. That is really unfortunate. Oh, into a crit. Oh my god. But he does get the I really didn't want to kill him there. Really didn't want to kill him there. Because he's gonna get the Conkeldurr in. Oh, he goes for... Yeah, it's actually Clefable. This I'm not as worried about. He's counting on the Fire Blast kill. Yeah. Yeah, that's some good damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's Covert Cloak. It's Covert Cloak. Maybe just go Volk then. is doing a lot of damage, huh? Yeah. I think I might be better off going to the other mon, thinking about it. Mimikyu might have been better. 50% chance, didn't get it. Sure. I think he might have got me a bit here, even with the leaks. I don't think I played it well. Should have brought Mimikyu in sooner, I think. So I had to just take the disguise hit there. Try attack. Decent damage. Don't status me. Thank you. That might kill. Okay, it's Magic Guard, like I thought. How do I do this? Volk is gonna die here. I need the spread damage, honestly. P2's moving before no, it's not. So if we go kill you, but redirect this attack so that the Moonblast kills me and Tri Attack goes into the Mimikyu, hopefully. Okay, yeah. If the Moonblast hits... Oh, Fire Blast. Oh, that was a risky move. That makes sense. And reflect words off. Dimensions turn to normal. See, I think he has to go for the Terra normal here. This is dumb, this is dumb. This is dumb. He's not gonna be running Protect on this. I think he knocks off Latios. But removes the guts. And we can at least stop the Trick Room from going up. Yeah, okay, so we went for the recover. Knock off. Doesn't kill. Oh my god. This ain't gonna do loads of damage, and I'm relying a lot on Mimikyu here. I don't have... This might be enough for it. It's it's all about that knockoff now, isn't it? Right. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough into this. I've got to kill the P2 here, which is fine. But I don't think I can kill the Conch Elder before it kills me. That P2 isn't Eviolite. I don't know. It's going to be doing less damage now after each hit. That's some good damage. I'm taking 13 damage. I've got a few hits in me. We might be able to pull it back if we just hit all our playoffs. We just need one more. We just need one more. Come on, you need to hit this. You need to hit this. Yes, Mimikyu. Oh my god, the plays worked. The plays worked. The simple beam into breaking swipe worked. Holy shit. Let's go. What a game. What a game. And Ronan played that really well as well. Like, I thought I was going to lose that. Ooh, shaking. That was fun. That was cool. That was cool. That was a cool game. Cool set. Like, he definitely got super unlucky. That game should have been his because the Paraball should have hit the Megaros off turn 1. And I think I EV to live a Paraball, but I wouldn't have lived the Shadow Ball as well. So, yeah. I got very lucky in that game. I recognise that. But still can't not be kind of hyped for how this set kind of played out. Like, the tech worked, guys. The tech worked. So, alright. Won that 2-0. Let's go. I will go and decide what mon I'm stealing, and, well, I'll hit you all back up in a minute. Well, guys, I haven't quite decided on which Pokemon I'm going to steal. I feel like I'm kind of torn between Porygon 2 and Gyarados. Gyarados is a mon I wanted originally in the draft, but couldn't get because it got taken up by this team. And instead I ended up with Tentacruel. But now I've got the Intimidate with the Scrafty. I'm not too urgently needing it. I think what could be cool is stealing the Porygon 2. One, because this team's only Trick Room setter, so it does disrupt the competition a little bit. But also, like, it's pretty bulky. And, like, I could really do with some of that bulk for some of my future matchups. Like, I could easily see myself replacing my Cleavor with it. Because Cleavor was only tacked on anyway. Just to deal with some of those bulkier Rock Weak mons. But, yeah. My next matchup is against a Kingambit, Primarina, and Garchomp. I don't think Gyarados does too well into that, especially where there being a Kilowattrel on the team. So I've kind of got to take like consideration into my next to opponents and stuff when making these decisions, to make best use of my mons, because you never know when I might lose a mon here or there. And so I am kind of leaning towards the P2 because my next opponent would struggle a little bit more into it. And it's not like I have an Eviolite mon as it is, and it's just you could see in that match just then it was doing some insane damage. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for sticking it out, thanks for watching, see you guys next time.